Hello everyone, welcome back to a junk video. This is kind of a special one. Here we have an official Ford accessory for the town cars and all other Ford vehicles of the era that use the Phase 2 harness. This is the mobile hands-free Bluetooth mobile ease Bluetooth hands-free kit that you could get back in the 2000s. This added Bluetooth hands-free calling to your Lincoln or your Ford vehicle that you had at the time. This set would cost you about $450, $425 to $450 in 2006 to like 2011. They kept the same price. Just for today, that is about $600 to $700 for this kit, which is honestly a lot of money. But I guess, you know, what did you get for your money back then? Now I managed to find these two on eBay, still in the Ford packaging. This is the harness, I believe. These are sold separately. Ford did sell these separately. There's the part number for that. And the shipping box was dated in 2014 to Leo Minster. And then this is the kit itself. There's that part number, made in Germany. So Justin can go and like foam in the mouth. And this harness is made in Taiwan. Now here it has some installation instructions, but I don't have a Ford dealership account. And here's the kit itself, the module, the microphone, even though navigations have a microphone, zip ties, and the buttons themselves. Still nice and clicky, a quick reference guide, and the owner's guide themselves. The harness, what is sealed, oh, well, I did open it, but it was sealed, so you might be wondering how these plug into, or will these plug into. There's no spot to put them here. These go into the harness itself. We're gonna put in this in my black one. You can put the hands-free N series in the town cars that had navigation, as well as the ones that didn't. I believe in the Expeditions it had a different navigation system that I could not put this in, but from a person I saw online and forums talking about it back in the day, this is possible to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Have the dash panel taken apart. I'm thinking about putting the microphone up here, and then the buttons, I'm not too sure. I'm either thinking right over here or right here on the left side, so that way I can have easy reach to them. Got my head unit taken out. I have the Sirius XM harness plugged in here, so we're gonna have to try making some room for the other harness because this is already a tight fit in itself. You can skip ahead, but wow, that was some gosh there. Back in the 2000s, there was a couple Ford dealerships that had no idea what this was. They just were not informed at all. You know, for a Ford or Lincoln dealership, you expected better of them, and this was in the Ford's official catalog of accessories you get, and some dealerships did not know about it, or they sent it off to a third party to install, even though they could have easily done this themselves, and Ford offered an official installation guide on how to do it right here. But I guess they just don't want money, don't like money anyway. So I'm going to figure out where to put these. We got our harness. Take this out of the box, its original box. Oh, I'm dropping everything. And this is the harness itself. We have the pigtails that connect to the radio. This I'm going to put in series right after the Sirius XM harness, so that way this should be able to mute the audio. It does have an inline fuse here, though I'm not sure exactly what the fuse type is. And then after that, we have the pigtails where those other ones plug into. And then, oh yeah, this has a, oh my goodness, this has a plug for everything. I assume this is even a pass-through for, no it's not, it's two plugs. So we have the main 24 pin and then I believe that's for the sound system, because this has to go through the vehicle's audio, which is also really cool. Apparently you could get third-party options that were in competition with this, so actually, according to forums, about $200 cheaper. I think one was, I can't remember the name. You can still buy it on eBay actually, but the harness is more troublesome to find. There also was something that you could still buy that apparently plugs into the FM AM radio, and that has a toggle switch to disable it, so it uses a direct connection from your phone to the FM plug-in, and apparently you can get sound through that, and that's a lot better than FM transmitters. That I'm a bit curious about, but I probably am not going to do that because it's about $100 to $150, and I have like about 20 tabs open trying to figure out how that would work and what the correct port numbers are. I think I'm going to put it right here. It'll be a little out of reach, but I might memorize where the buttons are. If I wanted to put it here somewhere, I don't want to block the interior temperature control, but also if I put it here, I have buttons in the way that I want to click, and plus this isn't flush right here, so it wouldn't stick too well. And the harness should allow for that, so let's get this plugged in and get going. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. So I'm trying to figure out how to wire in this harness, as well as having the harness to keep in the satellite. What I'm doing here is I took this metal bracket off that sits right here where the radio slides into place. I also removed the evac module. Since this harness is split, so I connected it where it's supposed to go and shoved the harness down in here, and where the Sirius XM module is, I shoved it underneath this glove box. The pigtail that comes out of here, this one, I snaked it through the back down under here, and it came out of that opening down there. I took my hand up and snaked it on through, and I'm going to zip tie the module underneath of here where also the remote start module lives. I think that should give me enough clearance where I can start connecting this, and it should be all ready to go. Once I get it connected, I'm just going to connect everything on the bottom here, and then that way I'll know if this is working or not. Alright everyone, we are getting there. It's probably been 15-20 minutes since the last clip or bloop I made. I had to swap around the harnesses because I couldn't get the radio seated all the way. It kept like buckling under the harnesses, so I have to move some stuff around, disconnect some, swap some connectors, but I managed to finally get it all in. So we're going to see if this works. If this does not work, or the SAT doesn't show up, I probably need to swap the connections I made so that either it's exactly how this is. It's like the connectors go SAT, hands-free, and then the main harness. Well, I plug in the SAT to the main harness, and then the hands-free to that SAT harness, and then plug in this. It's kind of a complicated mess, but you can only plug in stuff a certain direction, so we're going to begin plugging this in, and then turn on the ignition to see if it works. You know, for $400, this thing is oh well, at least it comes with a padding on it. Alright, so we got everything hooked up. The harness, the microphone, and a push button. This is only command operated, so you gotta use the voice to speak. Let's get the keys and hopefully it doesn't explode in our faces. Okay, here we go. My audio turned off. Let's go to audio. Turn it down. Wait for this to scan the tracks.
Redial, phone book, setup, emergency, towing assistance, or cancel.
Cancel. Well, it seemed to work pretty nice, and SAT does work too. And it looks like I broke my CD changer again. That's just fantastic. We're going to see how to connect this thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and pair this thing. So we got setup, phone pairing, then pair.
Ready.
Set up.
Select one of the following: phone pairing, confirmation prompt, or language.
Phone pairing.
Please select one of the following: pair or delete the current phone.
Pair.
Please pair phone as mentioned.
Oh wait, we got it. It says pairing completed, and Bluetooth on my phone says it's for calls only, which is quite a bummer. But if I see, you can see it's also green. This probably activates Siri, maybe. Answer, decline, and then privacy to switch back. Well, seems like it's doing something.
Ready.
Cancel.
Ready.
Cancel. Seems to work pretty nice though. I just gotta wait for someone to call me. Probably can't record that, but this thing that works pretty nice. When you press This,
Ready.
it goes to telephone, and then you can press
Main
phone and then hide it. Okay guys, holy moly, has it been a while. Okay, so I managed to get the 6-disc changer reinitialized. I had to take all the discs out, remove the CD mechanism, manually take each one of them out, and then it still thought there was one in 5 and 6, so I told it to remove that as there was nothing in. I loaded in track 1, and it does seem to be working right now, and it's playing right now. And that is playing. It's really interesting to see this thing work. So let's go ahead and eject this. I tell it to eject. These things are like a marvel of engineering, though they've been a while around for some time. So, right, now that's done, I'll tell it I'm done. So it'll move back, and it will go back, initialize. Okay, holy moly. Now time to put all these back together. There was some extremely tiny things I could not, whatever they're called, springs, that just kind of pull it down ever so slightly, but there's so little pressure on them. I did manage to get one of them in though. So let's put this thing back together gently. And it's actually not too complicated once you figure this out, how to do it on your own. The main thing you want to know is to separate the two halves. So there's the top half of that the disc changer is in, and there's the bottom half. You can separate those two, move the screen slightly out of the way, and it should lift straight up. So let's wire this thing back in, and hopefully we're done. Oh right, where was I? I got the radio hooked up. The 6-disc changer does work now. It loaded all the discs. I double checked that this Bluetooth module works, and it did, and it responds to commands. So now it's time to where'd it go? Here it is. Take this cable, and I think I'm gonna put it up right here. Sounds like a good spot. So that way passengers can also talk if they want to. Because if they can put the microphone here on the town car for the navigation, then I don't see why I could put it right next to it. So I'm going to get this wired in. I'm just going to sink it along this A-pillar through here, and I'm going to leave this cable right here, because we also need to zip tie this together and find a mating surface for this thing. So let's get to that. If you ever had your dash in and out before, a lot of times, a problem you might see or have seen in junkyards is that there's this plastic piece that sits right underneath of this footwell. The same can go for the foot control, the same thing can go for the traction control. This piece of plastic right here is under too much stress from this button that it ends up just breaking. And my white one over there, it actually broke this entire piece from getting taken in and out. Hopefully the dealership doesn't break this too bad too, but we are going to use this to our advantage. I have snaked the cable through it, and we are simply going to put our controls right here, and this does light up, which is also nice. Got the connectors right here, and the harness is right here. So let's zip tie this box up in here, and we are done. I had to move the camera, microphone just a little bit further to the left, so now it's just directly on me now. I maybe might move it over back at some point, but I did get it flush here. I had to move the buttons up here because there's a slight slant here, and it definitely was not going to stick all the way. Also, this is like a double push. Like if you push once and then push, it's kind of like a camera shutter. Anyway, perhaps not the prettiest thing, but this is just an accessory. I bet they didn't have an official place to put this. Actually, they might have at one point. But I got the module and everything. Got the module right here, and then I just have the wires wrapped around each other and then zip tied in place. So this isn't going anywhere, and it does work. So let me go ahead and show you that. Here's the set of guides. Owner Guides is multi-language. A quick reference guide. I already have my phone set up to this. There is some apps that can play music over like a call-only Bluetooth device, which is what this is. But I tried one, and the music quality is absolutely horrendous. So that probably isn't going to work out. Where are my keys? Probably gonna be trying to play music.
We would love to hear it. I'm not going to ask your name. Nobody wants to know where you...
Ready.
Help.
Name, please.
Cancel.
Returning to main menu. Ready.
Assistance.
Are you sure you want to call towing assistance?
No.
Returning to main menu. Ready.
Dial.
Number, please.
515.
5153. Complete the number. Say clear. Or say dial.
Dial.
Dialing.
I'm honestly surprised how able this voice recognition is to comprehend my spoken words. Like, I've seen modern voice recognition that are absolutely just garbage. And show, like, only specific commands like assistance or dial is relatively, simple stuff. It's just easy. It's just, you just squeak it like 5. You kind of have to sound like a robot, maybe just a little bit. But though, they call this state of the art stuff. And let's see here. Call. That do anything? So I have to mute this. Nope. Okay, so apparently this stuff only works when you need a call. But this is awesome. This is, having an accessory that's difficult to find and rare. It's one of one, I tell ya. Is really nice to have. I have navigation, hands-free dialing, and Sirius XM all in a signature L. This is an absolute loaded town car. If you haven't seen one before, this is it. I'm pretty sure this is every single electrical option you could get on a Signature L. Everything. Every last one. Let me think. Yeah, I believe it is. But it's just so cool. I love it. I'm going to mess around with this just a little bit more and see if I can't get music going on this. I don't think I probably will be able to, because it'll probably sound like garbage. But, it's just something. Maybe it will work. Maybe it won't. And that is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.